Admiral James Walker stood on the bridge of the UES Defiant, his weathered face illuminated by the soft blue glow of tactical displays. Humanity had ventured beyond their solar system only 30 years prior, and in that time, they had established colonies on 17 worlds. The galaxy, it seemed, was theirs for the taking. Until today. Contact, sir. Unknown vessel approaching from Vector 227. Configuration doesn't match any known design, called Lieutenant Reed from the scanner station. Walker's spine stiffened. After decades of space exploration, humanity had found ruins, artifacts, and evidence of civilizations long extinct, but never another spacefaring species. Hail them, he ordered. The communications officer tried for several minutes before shaking her head. No response, sir. They're accelerating toward us. Shields up. Battle stations, Walker commanded, his voice steady despite the historic significance of the moment. Humanity's first contact with aliens would apparently be a hostile one. The alien vessel, sleek, with odd crystalline protrusions that seemed to pulse with internal light, fired first. A beam of searing energy struck the Defiant's shields. Shields holding at 82%, Admiral, reported Commander Thomas. Walker nodded grimly. Return fire. Target their propulsion systems. Let's disable, not destroy. The human warship's railguns spat hypervelocity projectiles toward the alien craft. The aliens, clearly expecting their energy weapons to have crippled the human vessel, made no evasive maneuvers. 3 projectiles struck their engines, sending the ship spinning. They're attempting to restart their drives, Reed called out, and they're charging weapons again. Walker considered his options. The Defiant carried nuclear missiles, a technology humanity had nearly abandoned on Earth, but found quite useful for asteroid mining and, potentially, combat. Using one would be escalation, but the alternative might be destruction. Prepare Missile Tube 1. Low-yield tactical, he ordered. The alien ship fired again, this time at full power. The Defiant rocked violently. Shields at 14%. Thomas shouted over the blaring alarms. Fire missile, Walker commanded. The tactical nuclear weapon streaked across space and detonated near the alien vessel. The electromagnetic pulse disrupted their systems, but the blast wave pushed them further off course. Their weapon systems went dark. They're disabled, sir, Reed confirmed. I'm detecting atmosphere venting from multiple hull breaches. Walker's expression remained grim. Prepare boarding teams. Full combat gear. I want prisoners, not corpses if possible. Within an hour, human marines had secured the alien vessel. The creatures they encountered were bipedal but distinctly non-human, with iridescent scales, 4 eyes, and breathing apparatus suited to a methane-rich atmosphere. The aliens' technology was advanced in some areas, particularly energy generation and weapons, but surprisingly primitive in others. They had no artificial gravity, no inertial dampeners, and their computer systems were vulnerable to basic electronic warfare techniques. Most significantly, the human boarding team discovered what appeared to be a star map with numerous worlds marked. Intelligence officers immediately recognized it as evidence of a multi-system empire. They thought we'd be easy prey, Walker murmured as he reviewed the preliminary findings. A young species, barely out of our solar system. They expected to destroy or capture the Defiant, then move against our colonies while they were undefended. What the aliens hadn't counted on was humanity's unique development path. Forged in millennia of warfare against themselves, humans had never stopped preparing for conflict, even as they reached for the stars. While other species developed technology in relatively peaceful isolation, humans had always designed their ships with combat in mind. Redundant systems, heavy shielding, and devastating weapons. The Galactic Council received news of the incident 3 standard weeks later. The 7 elder species that comprised the Council had maintained peace in the galaxy for 50,000 years, relegating younger civilizations to controlled development zones. The Viridians, the attacking species, had violated numerous Council protocols by attempting to conquer another spacefaring race. But the Council was even more concerned about the humans. No newly emerged species had ever defeated a Viridian warship before. The reports describe human tactical innovations that Council had never considered, especially the use of kinetic weapons in an era of energy beams and electronic countermeasures that shouldn't have worked against quantum computing. They think differently, Council Elder Xorl noted during emergency deliberations. They expect conflict, they prepare for it, and they adapt with remarkable speed. The Council took the unprecedented step of sending a diplomatic delegation directly to Earth, bypassing centuries of standard first contact protocols. Admiral Walker, now a reluctant celebrity and humanity's de facto representative to alien life, met the Council delegation in Earth orbit. The terms they offered were surprising. Humanity would be granted immediate provisional membership in the Galactic Council, the first time such an honor had been extended to a species less than a century into interstellar travel. Your species presents unique capabilities, the lead diplomat explained. The Council believes these would be better employed in service of galactic peace than developed in isolation. What went unsaid, but what Walker and Earth's leaders understood clearly, was that humanity terrified them. A species with humanity's combat instincts, technological innovation, and ruthless efficiency could not be allowed to develop unchecked. 6 months after the Defiance encounter, humanity joined the Galactic Council. Human officers began serving on Council peacekeeping vessels. Human engineers collaborated with alien scientists. Human diplomatic teams helped resolve disputes between species. The galaxy would never be the same. The species that had evolved in relative harmony now had to contend with humans, beings forged in conflict, who saw threats where others saw only possibilities, who built redundancies into everything because they expected systems to fail, who never stopped preparing for the worst, even as they'd hoped for the best. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage not as supplicants but as equals, perhaps even as superiors in ways that mattered most for survival. And the older races could only watch, wonder, and adapt to humanity's presence among the stars.